Hi everybody, Jeff Reinhardt here with you. This is your 2-minute drill for Manheim Central against Selinsgrove. This is the AAA state championship game. Friday night, 7 o'clock, Hershey Park Stadium. If you can't make it, I'll be joining you live there at lancaster-lebanon for a live blog. Come on a little bit after 6 o'clock, get you set up for the game. I know it's a TV game and a radio game, but if you can't get to a TV or a radio, and if you can't get to Hershey, come find me online. I'll get you a live blog. I'll get you updates and analysis, and we'll do questions and comments and get you a little flavor from the stadium. So, lancaster-lebanon Friday night, a little after 6 o'clock, I'll launch for Manheim Central against Selinsgrove. State title. Wow, a couple of 15-0 teams here. They're sort of kind of mirror images of each other. Both undefeated, both slug-it-out, trench kind of teams with playmakers on both sides of the ball. Selinsgrove is on a heck of a 2-year run here. Dave Hess took over as head coach before last season. The Seals are 28-2 in the last 2 years. Their last loss was against Archbishop Wood last year in the state semifinals. They got a little payback this year. They beat Wood last week in the semifinals. So, first ever state finals appearance for Selinsgrove. Couple guys to keep an eye on. They have a really nasty trio of playmakers in the backfield. Quarterback is Corey Briggs. He's thrown for more than 2,000 yards and 30 touchdowns. He'll go up top to Ryan Kreiser, who has more than 1,000 receiving yards and a bunch of touchdown catches. And Kyle Reiner's running back. He's over 1,400 yards and multiple touchdowns. Kreiser's tough. He's a great two-way player. He's also a safety on defense. And the kid whose name came up as a comparison this week was Graham Zug, the former Central standout, who's now at Penn State. So Kreiser's kind of like a Zug type. Catch the ball on offense, make plays on defense. Speaking of defense, Selinsgrove's defense has been really, really good. Seals have given up 89 points the whole season. 89. They're giving up less than a touchdown a game. They're giving up 5-some-odd points per game. And they've scored 670 points. So they've outscored their opponents 670 to 89, which is kind of a ridiculous number, but that's how good their defense has been. Keep an eye on Spencer Myers. Defensive end type, kind of like their Dakota Royer kind of a kid. He'll chase you, sack you, make plays. He's an all-state kid, and he's a really good wrestler, too, so he's a tough nut. As mentioned, Selinsgrove just playing great. First trip to the finals. This team's kind of been building up to this the last couple of years. They get a little further, and now they kind of cleared that hurdle, won that Eastern Crown. So Selinsgrove will go to Hershey Park for the first time Friday. Manheim Central, cruising, great win over West Allegheny last week in the West Final out in Altoona. Very, very cold night. Justin Gorman became the first quarterback in Manheim Central history to pass for 2,000 yards and rush for 1,000 yards in the same season. I think I read he's only the 6th quarterback ever to do that in the state. So that's an awesome number for Justin. That's pretty awesome. Central also scoring a ton of points. Defense has been good, giving up about 210 yards a game. Playmakers all over, just like Selinsgrove. Linebackers have been tough. Casey Ebersol's picking off passes. And here's Central. 3rd trip for the Barons to the state final. Won it all in 03. Beat Pine Richland in the Snow Bowl in overtime. Got back in 04. And really got trounced bad by Thomas Jefferson. I remember Jeremiah Hunter was hurt in that game and didn't play a whole lot, if at all, if I recall. But 3rd trip in 7 years for Manheim Central to the state final. So kudos to those guys. Says a lot about the program. And wow, just to conquer AAA and win these brackets and districts and get back there for 3 times in 7 years is a pretty big feat. The pick, wow. Homer alert. I've only seen Manheim here. I don't see Selinsgrove. But boy, oh boy, Central's rolling, and they have playmakers, and they're just so focused and determined. And this is really in the back of their minds, all these guys have been thinking about for the last year. Section championship is nice. District title is certainly nice. But I think in the backs of their minds, I think the Barons players have thought that they have the talent and the confidence to go and win the whole shebang at the end. So, having seen Central the last couple of weeks and the way they're operating and playing, and they have been outstanding. Joe Gruber's been great. He's got 6 touchdowns in the last 2 games. Gorman has been awesome running this offense. The offensive line has been outstanding, blowing open holes for Gruber and Gorman. And the defense has been tough with Royer kind of leading the way there and chasing guys. So I'm going to pick Manheim Central. I know it's a total homer pick. I apologize. But I think the Barons have the goods to get this done. Selinsgrove looks really nasty on paper. Coach Williams confirmed that Selinsgrove looks really nasty on tape and in person. So Should be classic. Should be a great game. Hopefully there's not a foot of snow on the ground. But the pick is Manheim Central. I'm going to go Barons. I think they'll win their second state title. And in the words of Coach Mike Williams, that'll kind of put them in elite status as a multiple state champ. So live blog Friday night if you can't make it there, lanksports.com. And the pick is the Barons. I'm going to take Central over Selinsgrove.